see him praying, and I see his face in the Bible. I see him at this church on the altar crying out. There ain't a whole lot of young folk that do it these days. Amen. But his face is in the Bible. He want to get ministered to daily. He wants the pastor to speak to him daily. Tell him what the Lord is saying. And the Bible said a wise man hear it. Yes. And increase it in understanding. Yes. He wants to hear. Yes. He likes to read whatever I'm reading. Amen. So I watch what he preaches sometimes. But he studies the Word of God. He has a desire to know God's wisdom, God's love. He has a desire to get closer to God. And I see that in him. I see the hunger and I see the sincere thirst after righteousness. Amen. When I hear young folks crying on the altar, amen, and praying, I see them on their face, I see them on their knees, it just reminds me of my walk with the Lord. It reminds me of me. I didn't need no church house to be full for me to be laying on the altar crying out to the Lord. God was able to take account that I spent about 2 and 3 and 4 hours in the Word. I didn't need nobody to tell me to do it. I love the Lord, and I do it. And I see this in this young man as he embraces ministry wholeheartedly. And I encourage him, number 1, to stay humble. Yes. Number 1, stay obedient. Yes. And number 3, don't preach too long. That'll keep doors always open. Somebody shout amen. Stand on your feet all over the building. Amen. And receive this great son of the gospel.
Amen. 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 Let's give God 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes of some good, true worship. Amen. Right where you are, just give God some good, true worship. Amen. Right where you are, give God some worship. In spirit and in truth, give God some worship. Oh, he's been good to you. He's been amazing. He's been wonderful. He's been awesome. He's been gracious. Give God 2 minutes. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's victory in your worship. Some of you are just a few worship experiences away from receiving your victory. Come on, right where you are. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I honor you, God. Lord, I magnify you, God. Lord, I praise you, God. Lord, I need you, God. Lord, I'm humble for you, God. In the name of Jesus, I thank you, God. In the name of Jesus, I'm accepting your will, God. I'm accepting your way, God. Lord, I need you to move in my life. Right where you are. Open up your heart to it. Let him speak to you. You'll find some things falling off of you. You find some shackles that were holding you down fall off of you. Whom the Son has set free, he is free indeed. The Bible says, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. And if you are redeemed, say so. Come on. Some of y'all are almost there. Some of y'all are almost there. Reaching your breakthrough. Reaching your breakthrough. I thank you, Jesus. I thank you, Jesus. Let the sound of the music meditate and minister to your heart. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Come on, speak to your neighbor. vision, God. I need to see my way out of this thing. Oh, I'm held back by Satan, but I need to see my way out of this thing. I need to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I need to see my way out of this thing. I need you, God. I need you, Lord. I need you, God. I need you. I need you. I need you. On this morning, God, I need you, God. Oh, Baba Shatanya. This is what God wants. This is what he needs. When you're breakthrough, you're setting some things, you're putting some things in order. You're setting some things straight. Every victory is preceded by a breakthrough. Every victory is preceded by a breakthrough. If you want a victory, if you want to defeat Satan, if you want to overcome your obstacles, you need a breakthrough. You need God to open up your heart. You need God to touch you. Somebody needs to cry out to God. There's some trials and tribulations that's been overtaking you, that you've been overwhelmed by. And you're telling yourself, I'm tired of going through this fight. Why am I not winning this fight? Because somebody and someone has not broken through yet. Somebody has not reached God yet. Somebody hadn't said, God, I've reached my hands toward the hills from which cometh my help. And we should know that our help cometh from the Lord. Because he's our only source. He's the only way. Oh, bless your name, Jesus. Lord, I thank you. 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 Lord, I thank you, Jesus. Lord, I thank you, Jesus. Early yesterday, on the day that God allowed me to walk the earth. You do say it like that. I came out the office early morning and I looked towards the sanctuary and God told me, he said, I need you to fall to your knees. You know what to do. And I said, God, okay. These past few weeks I've been finding it a struggle to pray on the altar. I've been finding that a struggle has been struggling in me. And I asked God, I said, God, why am I feeling this such a resistance? And God told me, he said, you're waiting on the feeling. That's the problem. You're waiting on the feeling. You can't wait on the feeling. It has to be a choice to worship. It has to be a choice to praise my name. It has to be a choice to love me. And if you wait on the feeling, you're going to be waiting forever. You can't wait on the feeling. You have to make the choice to worship in spirit and in truth. So I had to make a choice to worship God, to praise God, to minister to people. I had to make a choice to fall at the altar. And I said, God, I don't want to have to tear. I don't want to have to, I don't want to have to fight to feel your presence or your anointing. He said, all you got to do is take the first initiative. All you got to do is take the first step. All right. So as I walk down the aisles, as I walk to the aisle to the altar, before I can get on one knee, tears start to roll down my eyes. Come on now. All right. So for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been resisting to feel the presence of the Lord because I thought I had to fight, because I thought I had to feel it. Yeah. But before I put my knee down, tears start rolling down my eyes. And it wasn't because it was my birthday, it was because I thank God and I reverence God and I love God. Amen. All right. Tears start rolling down. I felt the presence of the Lord. I begin to thank God for everything I have. God, I thank you for the relationship that I have with you. I thank you for the family that you placed in my life. I thank you for my church family. I thank you for everything that you've done, God. I'm so grateful because you gave it to me, God. And if I don't have it, maybe I just don't need it. But I thank you for what I do have, God. But if we look and we see that breakthroughs, and then look at the value of a breakthrough, when Josiah was in the nation, when he was reigning over the land of Judah, he had a breakthrough. He realized that he needed a breakthrough. And when he sought God, he had a breakthrough that allowed great victory. And to show you a little bit of background about him, he was a man that was very young.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Young in age.
Yes,
he had a horrible family heritage.
Yes, yes.
The absence at that time of positive role models was not there in that land at that time.
Right.
Miserable spiritual conditions at that time were horrible. So he didn't have all the resources like some of the other kings had at that time. So he had nothing to look to. His grandfather was one of the worst kings at that time. His father was one of the worst kings at that time. So he could not look to them. So now he's stuck in a place. So now he's stuck in the place of making the choice. So he can't feel it because he never felt it before. So he has to look deep down within himself to know what's right. Victory is possible despite impossible circumstances. When you feel like when you feel like victory is impossible because I don't have this, I don't have that, and she is much better than me because she has that, or he is much better than me because he had that. If we look at the life of Apostle Phillips, and we say he had Mother Guillory, he had Mother Mitchell, he had Bishop Cassie, he had all these great leaders to look up to. But here I am, I'm a boy, I'm a girl that came from no pastoral family heritage, or no ministerial family heritage. But God said that's not the excuse that I want you to make. Because cowards make that excuse. People who don't want to succeed make that excuse. Leaders in leadership don't make excuses. They find ways to win. They find ways to succeed. Then it says here, 2 Kings 23 to verse 25. Now before him, Josiah, there was no king like him, who turned to the Lord with all his heart, with all his soul, with all his might, according to all the law of Moses, nor after him did any arise like him. Now, you have a man that was a great king, that was an awesome king, that loved God like no other king in the Hebrew nation. Now, we look at his life, that he was very young, so he had to face many different oppositions of people that were coming to him that were going to try to test him because of his age. Then we have a horrible family heritage. He didn't have his grandfather to look up to. He didn't have his dad to look up to. So now, and then you also look at the absence of a positive role model. You got to remember that Jeremiah came close to around 15 years after he took the throne. So he didn't have no prophets and no other preachers to preach to him. A miserable spiritual condition of that country was horrible. You got to remember he had to face 300 years of false worship, false idols. But what did he decide to do? He decided to take all those things away. He decided to rip up all the false idols. He decided to burn all of the bones of the old leaders and of the false worship and false idols. He had to make the choice. He had to make the choice. We have to make the choice to get rid of some old stuff, some of that stuff that doesn't line up with the Word of God. We have to get rid of that stuff. We have to tell your neighbor to deal with it. A lot of us try to hide it. A lot of us try to say, you know what, I'm putting it on the back burner. I'm just keep going my way. I'm going to forget all about it. But that thing is still lingering behind you. It's still catching up with you. I'm tired of things catching up with me. I'm going to deal with it and get rid of it. David was a man after God's own heart. So everything that God loved, he loved. Everything that God wanted, he wanted. But David was a true leader. He was deciding that he was not going to let any trial or tribulation overtake him. He was not going to let any tribulation overwhelm him. He was going to deal with the matter. When he went up to Goliath, he dealt with the matter. Saul was a poor leader. He didn't understand true leadership. Because he hid behind the people, he hid behind the equipment when it came time to show himself. So now David was a man that took courage, that had courage. And he said, you know what, I'm going to face this trial. I'm going to face this tribulation. Goliath is an uncircumcised Philistine, and I'm covered by God. We have to know our benefits when it comes to God. A lot of us are losing unnecessary battles because we don't know the Lord truly and what he is able to give you. He wants to give you success. He wants to empower you with the word. He wants to give you the power and authority that you need. But too many of us are running away from the anointing. We're running away from God's presence. And we're completely denying God's voice. But now we have to face uphill battles that we have to come up against. And it's not the problem that we have battles. It's not the problem that we have trials and tribulations. That's not the problem. The problem is, what are you going to do with the trials and the tribulations when they come? Everybody has obstacles that they have to cross over. Everybody has stumbling blocks they have to cross. That's not the problem. God is not trying to prove who you're not. He's trying to prove who you are to Satan. And a lot of times we make God look like a fool.
Yes, we do.
When we make God to Satan. So Satan goes to God and say, hey, Dr. Brittany, she's not all that you say she is. Well, my child is what I say she is. She is a woman of God. She is a fantastic woman of God. She serves me. She honors me. She reverences me. So Satan says, I guarantee you, if you try her, she will fail.
Well said.
Come on.
She will fail. I guarantee you, if you try, she'll fail. And now God has to step back and allow the enemy to trick you. Now, the Bible says, be not ignorant to Satan's devices. A lot of us are too ignorant to Satan's devices. We see Satan, but we don't want to recognize that it is because we don't want to deal with it. But we have to deal with it. These trials are going to overtake us. Now, if we don't want to deal with it, we run away from it, it's going to catch up to us. So now we're faced to dealing with it. And a lot of us are wanting to take the opportunity. We want the opportunity. But before we get to the opportunity, we're not ready on the inside. Tell your neighbor, victory is an inside thing. There's something that happens on the inside. A lot of us have played sports before, I'm sure, or know what it means to win a trophy. The dangerous part of that is focusing so much on the trophy as far as the victory. We're looking for a perishable crown as opposed to an imperishable crown. It's something that needs to happen on the inside. I got to get my inside straight. It's a victory that's on the inside I need to get together. A lot of leaders, a lot of wrong leaders try to fix the outside and say, hey, this is what I look like. Let me put my glasses on. Let me put my rings and watches on. Let me look like somebody. And that's fine. But what about the inside? Saul wanted the people to see the outside because when he messed up and when he took the worship, when he took the sacrifice, he didn't wait on Samuel. He was impatient. He was out of order. When Samuel came to him and said, you were wrong. Saul said, you know what? I know I was wrong, but I tell you what, you honor me in front of the people. So he was so worried about his character on the outside. But what about the character on the inside? What about that inside thing? What about that enemy? Not the outer me. What about that enemy? Let me get the enemy straightened out. Let me get that inside me straightened out. What's going on the inside of me? And what impossible circumstances have you accepted to defeat you? What have you accepted to defeat you? So now you have to recognize or identify the circumstances and the stumbling blocks that comes your way. And you got to deal with it. You got to get on the altar. You got to pray. You got to read your word. You got to ask God, what is it that I need to do? But now here we go to a person must look at himself and look in the mirror. And say, what do I need to change? This is a me thing. Now this is me. I need to change something on the inside of me. I'm dealing with me. I ain't worried about nobody else. I ain't blaming nobody else. I ain't trying to point the finger to nobody else. Now I need to work on me. What's in me that I need to change? Because people don't see me the way I see myself. What do I need to change? And my biggest prayer that I ask God, I say, God, help me see people the way you see people. And I have to understand that's not everybody's prayer. So I have to get the inside of me straightened out. Everybody don't see everybody the same as souls. I see souls. Some people see people and they want to look at you. They want to look at Brother White. They want to look at Brother Wood. They want to look at Brother Butte. They want to look at Ricardo. They just want to see you for who you are. But do they see you for how God sees you? But a leader's first victory is over himself. So if we want to win any outer battles, if we want to win some battles that's on the outside, now we got to face our inner battle eternally. And I strongly believe that's why a lot of families, and that's why this nation is going the way that it's going, because of the family is not valued anymore. You got men and women, or boys and girls that are just getting together, hooking up, having babies, and then they're separated. Leaving the baby confused, leaving the baby not understanding what true parentship is. Now they grow up and have that same mentality, and repeat the same cycle. They get with the same cycle. So when they try to fix it, they try to figure out, what is this that I'm missing? What is this that's messing me up?
Come on now.
That's an inner battle. That's an inner healing that you need to take place. There's an inner healing that needs to take place in this nation, in the people. That's why you see a lot of families. That's why you see a lot of people acting out like this, because there's a missing ingredient, which is our identity. And our identity is in God. People fail to see that. They don't realize that. And God told me, he said, in order for you to know yourself, you got to know me, because you are in my image. This is an inside thing you got to see. 1 Corinthians 9 and 24 verses. 1 Corinthians 9 verses 24 through 27. Do you not know that those who run in a race all run, but one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may obtain it. And everyone who competes for the prize is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a perishable crown, but we, as believers, for an imperishable crown. Though, therefore, I run thus, not with uncertainty. Thus I fight, not as of one who beats the air, but I discipline my body and bring it into subjection, lest, tell your neighbor, lest when I have preached to others, I myself should become disqualified. I cannot preach any other gospel than what's in the Bible. Now, God had allowed us to preach what we've been living, and to stand up on this pulpit, and we've been living nasty, vile lives. And he said, God said, you can't preach anything other than what you've been living.
All right.
What would you say?
All right. What would you say?
What would be your sermon? Will it be, I'm a liar? Will it be, I'm a homemonger? Will it be, I have sinned? What will it be? If God had allowed you to preach what you've been living Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then Sunday comes. When Sunday comes. But Paul wrote this to let the people know that this is an inside job. This is an inside thing. We're not winning something that the crown is fine. That the prize is an acknowledgement to your achievement. But this is an inside job. You have to get that inside thing straightened out.
Yes.
It says here, but a danger of focusing on the prize is that we may come to think that victory is something that occurs on the outside of us. It's not. Winning is an inside job. Tell your neighbor, if I want to win a battle, get my inside straight. If I want to win a victory, get my inside straight. If I want to defeat Satan, get my inside straight. I got to fix something on the inside, because God has fixed something on the inside of me. He has allowed me to know what to fix. The Bible is our mirror. It's a mirror image, and we look to it and we see, okay, this is what I need to change. A lot of y'all females do your makeup and stuff like that. You put your lipstick on, you got your eyelashes and this and that, and then you put your makeup on, and you look in your mirror, this is what I need to fix, this is what I need to straighten up, this is what I need to get together. The Word. The Word. The Word. The Word is my foundation. The Word is my encouragement. The Word is for me. The Word is to line me up. The Word, tell your neighbor the Word. Tell your neighbor Jesus is what I need. It's what I need to defeat my enemy. It says here, the team that achieves victory is the one comprised of individuals who first win the internal battles. And the first person of any team who must face and win these internal battles is the leader. And I applaud Apostle because he illustrates that. Because he knows when he needs to get straight. And he straightens them. When he straightens them, then he preaches. And he straightens us. We as followers look to our leaders. And Apostle does a great job exemplifying that. He does a great job. Now, you as men are leaders in your family. Now, we have to do what we can or what we need to do in order to get our inside straight. Because if we don't get our inside straight, now we're trying to teach somebody that we want them to do right, but our insides are not straight. And they see us, they see straight through us. They looking past this, but they seeing straight through us. Josiah was a man that he said, okay, I'm a leader, I'm this person that people are going to look up to. Now I got to do something about myself. I need to straighten this thing up. I need to get it right on the inside of me, because I got to lead these people. I got to lead these people out of captivity. So now let me work on myself. Let me fix myself. And the characteristics that Josiah had, he remained open and teachable. That's not a cuss word. He remained open and teachable. It takes teachability to win internal battles. Be true to thine own self. We have to be true to our own self. We have to tell ourselves the truth. We can't lie to ourselves and say, well, I'm not this and I'm not that and I hadn't been doing this. No, but you know what you've been doing. You know what you've been falling short of. And you got to be open and teachable. And to share a story with you, I was a great baseball player. I have to share the story. I ain't say I was the best. I was great. That's a difference. I was a great baseball player. I was good. I knew the dynamics of baseball. I had philosophies and everything like that. And I drew down and I written down everything that it was to be about baseball. I read everything. Just like I do the Bible. That's how I did baseball. I was passionate. I knew everything that was almost to know about baseball. And I got to a point when I was in 11th grade and I was on varsity, the highest level you can reach in high school. Okay, now, so I'm just painting this picture. So now, one day I'm in the cage, I fell into a little drop, and I'm like, okay, I'm turning, I'm doing everything right, I'm figuring it out, but I fell into a little drop. And I had this young man, he was in the 9th grade. He was under me, he really didn't know much. He was just starting, he was someone, you know, just coming in and really didn't know too much. But I'm with him, and I'm supposed to be training him. So now I'm in the cage, just taking my swing and doing this here and boom, boom. And I said, I'm missing something. I'm doing good in the cages, but I'm missing something. So he said something slick. He didn't know what he was talking about, but I knew what he was saying. And I learned from him.
That's good, right?
He said, if you can catch the ball, you can hit it. And that changed the whole dynamic of my thinking. That changed my whole philosophy about hitting. That changed everything there was to be. It changed my whole, and him, 9th grader, didn't know, the way, you know, he didn't know too much about nothing. But he said something, see, he didn't know what he was saying. If you can catch the ball, you can hit it.
All right.
And that opened my eyes. So I took that, and I went. Dallas to Minnesota to I went and had some great success. But now I want y'all to catch this. I want y'all to catch this. That we have to remain open and teachable. See, if I wasn't remaining open and teachable in that manner, in that situation, I would have missed it. I would have blocked him out. I could have said he's a 9th grader. He don't know what he's talking about. But no, I learned something. And my coach always said this: if you listen, you might accidentally learn something. Now, this is for the youth. This is for the youth department. This is for the youth. Now, I do understand that you get sleepy, your eyes get real heavy, and you get on your phone and you text and stuff like that while the preacher's preaching, and you're doing this here and that. But if you listen, you might accidentally learn something. If you listen, you might hear something that's going to save your life. If you listen, you might hear something that's going to encourage you throughout the week. If you listen, you might learn something. God is speaking, Apostle said, but who's listening? Who's listening to the sound of God's voice? Who's listening? Who's trying to figure it out? Who's trying to find out? I need God to speak to me because there's some areas in my life that I know I need to fix. And so I have to listen. I have to listen to Apostle. I have to listen to co-pastor and all my other elders. I have to. And whomever God uses, I have to listen. And this was something that Josiah had messed up towards the end, but I'm going to explain that, but I'm going to keep it here. Josiah had to remove obstacles that carried forward from the past. So this is the law of victory. We learned about the law of victory. He had carried some things, or there were some things that were behind him he had to deal with.
All right.
You got Bush. When Bush left, Obama had to straighten out what Bush messed up. When Obama left to Trump, Trump had to fix what Obama messed up. And now when Trump leaves, somebody got to fix all of that. All of what he messed up, all of what we, you know. So as leaders, we have to fix what's been made. We have to deal with it. Josiah dealt with it. He dealt with the false idol. He dealt with the false worship. And you got to remember that there were 300 years of false worship, false idol. There were 300 years of that. So he had to deal with it. He said, I can't let this go on. I can't let this continue. I can't let this continue to be a stumbling block over the people. I got to get involved. I got to do something about this. I got to straighten everything out. I got to do this. If you encourage yourself to go in your families and say, I got to deal with some things that's some matters, it's not too late. I got to deal with this thing. I got to fix this thing straight. I got to put some things on. I got to get my children on. I got to get my dad, my mother on. I got to get some things straight. I got to fix some things. I got to deal with some things. There's some major battles that you're going to have to come up against, but I got to fix that. I got to fix some line. I got to fix it. I got to fix it. I got to deal with it. I got to handle it.
Yes, sir.
And this is for the youth department. Some battles you got to catch outside. You got to catch some stuff outside. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You got to catch some battles outside. Y'all might not know, but they going to know. As long as they know. I will. He realized what he needed to give and give up. This is perfect leadership principle. Josiah knew what he needed to give up and he knew what he needed to give. Josiah took it upon himself to take the Passover constantly. And there was no other king in the Bible that took the Passover for the Hebrew nation at that time like Josiah did. It was a celebration of freedom that God had delivered them from captivity. So Josiah said, I'm going to make it my business to worship God in spirit and in truth. I'm going to make it my business to worship God for delivering me, for healing me, for setting me free. I'm going to worship God constantly, constantly, and constantly. But there's something I got to sacrifice. There's something I got to give up in order to worship Him. So Josiah, as the leader, as the main and the head, he had to give up 30,000 cattle and 3,000 bulls. So it wasn't no cheap experience. It cost him something. It cost him something. And he knew he had to give it up first. Victory always carries a personal cost for a leader. They cannot remain on the outside, but the process and directive. They have to be involved. So Josiah knew I have to be involved in this thing. I have to be in the midst of it. I can't govern the people from the outside. I have to govern the people from the inside. Some of us in families, we're trying to govern from the outside, but we got to get involved. We got to step to it. We got to get in the middle. We got to get in the fourth circle and deal with some matters, deal with some issues. And before we see victory, we have to deal with it. Now I said breakthroughs. Now Friday night we had a perfect worship experience. It was awesome. Everybody danced. Everybody cut a step. Everybody did what they needed to do. But that was not in vain. That was the forefront of your victory. Because I gave God praise, I thank Him. I worship Him. I honor Him. Before He give me what He's going to give me, I honor Him and I praise Him and I worship Him before He's going to do what He's going to do, because I know that He's able. I know that He's going to do it. I know that He's I know it, so I'm going to give God praise. I'm going to leap for joy. I'm going to stomp my feet. I'm going to clap my hands. I'm going to do it for God. Josiah recognized the key to victory. He understood the key to victory. He had to understand, what is this thing that's going to open some doors for my people? He had realized that repentance for him was what he needed. God, I need to repent. I need to change some things because my fathers and my grandfathers and my great-grandfathers messed up. They messed up so bad that I need to repent for their mistakes. And a lot of us don't even want to repent for our own mistakes. Every leadership situation is different, but they all contain a key to victory. If you are a leader, if you are a person that leads your family, organization, or whatever it is, a church, you must find the key and turn it and open the door. And that's going to lift up all the obstacles, all the lids that over your family, it's going to open some doors. You're going to find your doors just open. You're going to find some stuff released. You're going to find some demons that are just going to run and flee. You're going to find some demons. And Josiah knew and he understood what it took for the law of victory. He understood victory. And he done whatever was necessary in order to win. I need to win. I need to defeat this enemy. I need to get rid of some stuff. I need Satan to stop running after me. I need Satan to stop chasing me. I need to do something. I'm tired of Satan chasing me. I'm tired of him messing with my finances, messing with my family, messing with my houses, messing with my cars. I'm tired of that. But the thing about Josiah, he retained a personal commitment to God. It says here in 2 Chronicles 34 through 31, chapter 34, verse 31. Then the king stood in his place and made a covenant before the Lord, and to follow the Lord, and to keep his commandments, and his testimonies, and his statute, with all his heart and with all his soul, to perform the word of the covenant that were written in this book. So he not only recognized his commitment, but he kept his commitment. He kept his commitment towards God. He took responsibility. He said, God, yes to your will and yes to your way. I'm going to do what you say. I'm going to do what you say do. I'm going to do what your word says. God, I want to get this thing right. I want to get it right for you. Enough is enough, God. I'm going to get right before I get left. God, I need you like never before. The result of Josiah's faithfulness and dedication were faithfulness and dedication on the part of the people. So he knew he needed to be faithful for the people. He knew there were some people behind him that needed to get right, and he was going to do it for himself and for the people. If you want your team to succeed, if you want your family to succeed, your organization to succeed, then you need to win some battles inside yourself. You cannot win unless you first win within. Do that, and you put yourself and your team in position for victory. Now, here we are with Josiah understanding the law of victory. Now, this is what he knew and understood the law of victory. Now, he needed the people to know and understand the law of victory. The people, victory follows the leader's breakthroughs. So, Josiah knew he needed to break through for the people. He knew he needed to cry out. He knew he needed to cry out for Jesus. He knew he needed to stretch his hands toward the hills from which cometh his help. He knew he needed a breakthrough. He understood. He understood that God was the only one that could save him at that time, because he couldn't look to nothing else. He was young. He didn't have nobody to mentor him. He didn't have no predecessors that came before him that fixed some things straight. He had to fix all. He said, I got to be the one to fix this thing. I got to be the one to get rid of some stuff. I got to be the one. My daddy couldn't do it, so I got to be the one. My mama couldn't do it, so I got to be the one. My grandfather couldn't do it, so I got to be the one. I got alcoholism in my family. I got to be the one to stop this thing. If I want the people to see success, I got to be the one to be successful in God. I got to be the one. I got to show the people the way. I got to show my family. I got to be the one to show my family. There is the other side to this to defeat. There is the other side. Somebody shout glory. I need God on my side because he can cause 10,000 to fall on one side, 1,000 to fall on the other side. I need God on my side because he promised to never leave me nor forsake me. He promised never to get rid of me. He promised to keep me under his wing. He promised to take care of me. God, I need you to stand by me. I need you to stand by me. I need you to stand by me. So the people, we must understand breakthrough and the timing of breakthrough. We have to know when to break through. We have to be able to recognize when people are going to break through. The three components, the three ways to tell. They hurt enough that they need a breakthrough.
All right.
I can't go through no more. I need God to work. I need God to move. I can't go through. So I feel that pressure, and there's so much pressure that I gotta give up. I gotta submit. I gotta give everything back to God.
All right.
Second, they learn enough that they want to break through. I know enough about God that I can just get on my knees and surrender.
All right.
I know enough.
All right.
And third, they receive enough that they are able to break through. So I need God to work inside of me so much. And we need God. We need, don't act like you don't need God, because we need God. I see my shortcomings. I know I need God. I know that God needs to, I want God to move on my side.
All right.
Become a person of breakthrough. Become a person that breaks through. Become a person that falls on the altar and break through for God. It's not to make it seem like you're weak. It's not to make it seem like that you are unvaluable, but it's to show that you need God. And you reverence his presence and you reverence his anointing, and you know that you can't go on without his words. Three characteristics: vulnerability. You have to realize that you aren't perfect. And I had one of my workers, he was helping me out, and he asked me, he said, Ken, I don't know what to do, man. I ain't never cried before. Man, I've never cried before, man. I'm not going to even lie to you. I said, I had two close mothers that was to me, and they died, and I probably shed a tear, but I can't recall the last time I cried. He said, I hit my thumb and my fingers all the time working on cars, but I never felt pain. My hands don't even feel pain no more.
Wow.
If you're in that place to where you feel like you can't break through, if you feel like you can't give in to God, you feel like you can't submit, you need to check these three components. And as a minister, I find it very valuable. Vulnerability.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Opening yourself up for God to move in your life. Realizing that you aren't perfect. Realizing that you can't do it all. Realizing that you need God to make up the difference. Humility. Not trying to prove everything to everybody. Not caring about taking credit. You just know that this job needs to be done. I'm not looking at my title. I just know this responsibility needs to be taken care of. Humility and transparency. Willing to show and share your life story. And let the people know where your shortcomings are. But now Josiah was a man. He needed God like never before. He needed God at that time. And he understood that he needed God. So it wasn't hard for him to break through. It wasn't hard for him to give in. It wasn't hard for him to stretch his hands up. It wasn't hard for him to love God and need God. But I need God. I realize that I need God. When you realize you need God, you cast your cares upon him. You realize that you don't need anything else but God. I need you to work inside of me. I close my eyes, God, all I want to see is you. You have to need God more than you want the breath in your body.
That's right.
Jesus lived a life of discipline. Going through the wilderness, he said, I don't want to mess my relationship up with God. And I value my relationship more than I value the bread that you're trying to give me. He told Satan that. And when Jesus made that commitment. It said that Jesus left, that Satan left him for a season. Staying true to God. Left him for a season. How many of us want a Satan-free season? So I can get some things taken care of, so I can get some things straight, so I can go ahead and focus on what I need to focus on. With God. And Haggai was a person of encouragement. He was a person that preached to the people and told the people that y'all going to have to get some things straight. Because now y'all have left God, y'all left the presence of God, and God delivered y'all for a specific reason. God delivered y'all to build the temple. And y'all have done right. Y'all got this Prophet Paul's favorite scripture. You have ran well, but what hindered you? You started off good, but what hindered you? You started off praying, but what hindered you? I'm not going to fall. You started off worshiping, but what hindered you? You started off reading God's word, but what hindered you? Stop allowing people to get you off. Stop compromising your relationship. Why do I have to compromise my relationship with God for you to feel comfortable? Why do I have to put down my title for you to feel comfortable? If I'm a minister, that's where I am. If I'm an elder, that's what I am. If I'm a pastor, that's what I am. I'm not going to put down my relationship, my title, everything that God has given to me. I'm not going to put that aside for you to feel comfortable. As much as I love my family, as much as I love my family, I can't compromise that. And sometimes I do find myself compromising. Sometimes I feel that urge to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to put this down because maybe I am too harsh. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not just kidding. I'm somebody that God called me to be. I'm somebody. I'm strong in God. I can do all things which strengthens me. I can do all things. I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. Through Christ which strengthens me. Through Christ which strengthens me. I got Christ on my side. I can go to God for all my trouble and my pain. I can't go to you for all my pain. I got to go to God for all my pain and my trouble. I'm casting my cares upon Him. God, I need you to live on the inside of me. Lord, I need you, God. I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to throw some things away. I can't let nobody take me off. I can't let nobody deter me. I got to stay focused. I want to be like Peter. I want to be like James. I want to be like John. I want to be like David. I want to stay true to God. Because I want to have a devil-free season. Woo, glory to God. That's enough to shout right there. That's enough to shout right there. I just said a breakthrough precedes. Victory is preceded by a breakthrough. So if I need a breakthrough, I know I need to jump for God. Let's stop before somebody act out of character. Let's stop before somebody get ugly. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop before somebody go crazy in here. Glory to God. Let's stop. Glory. Let's stop before we receive some victory. Let's stop. Oh, glory to God. Let's stop. Glory to God. Not for everybody to go crazy. That was not my plans. That was not my plans. I was instructed to get up here and preach and sit down. I was instructed. Glory to God. I was instructed. But if you feel God on the inside of you to praise, if you feel God and you want a victory, glory to God, you know what you need to do. I'm not going to be the reason. Glory to God. I don't want to be the reason why you get out of character. I don't want to be the reason why you get out
going through. God is just doing something. I want a breakthrough in my heart. Because I'm able to give you a breakthrough. All you got to do is want it. All you got to do is get hungry enough. God said, I'll feed you. You get thirsty enough. God said, I'll give you a drink. God said, a change will come if you're seeking Him. Somebody shout hallelujah. What a word today. What a word. What a word. You can hunger and God can fill you. It's called the law of victory. You got to have a breakthrough. You got to want a breakthrough. You don't get a breakthrough. You got to want it. It don't just come. You got to want it.
Amen. Hallelujah.
So you got to win the battle on the inside before you can win it on the outside. You got to win this thing. Tell your neighbor, you got to be determined to win this thing.
Hallelujah.
You got to be determined. God called me, I was determined. Amen. Amen. God changed my name. I didn't change my name. God changed my name. I wasn't lawless no more. I became the servant of God, the man of God. Amen. And God told me to stand there until my family came in. Somebody shout amen. He said, you stand in the gap until I call them, until I raise them up, until I know them, until I appoint them. You stand in the gap. Hallelujah. I've been in prayer with many of my family members.
Hallelujah.
You got to pray.
Yes.
Amen. I prayed with my father. Amen. Before he left here, I used to rebuke him too.
All right.
Am I right about it?
Yeah.
Anoint him with oil.
Glory to God.
Because I was who God called me. I wasn't no sellout. I was who God called me. And I didn't mind dying for Jesus. I was just that crazy.
Hey.
I've never been no needy person. So I didn't mind walking alone. But I knew this thing that God gave me, Missionary White, amen, was too precious. Oh my God, Missionary Morris, I couldn't give it up for nothing.
All right.
When I found Jesus, I said, and so I found the secret. Jesus. I found that jacket in my walk with Jesus was greater than any walk I can have with anybody. Somebody shout amen. See, some of y'all say y'all saved, but y'all don't like y'all walk in Christ. You saved, you're supposed to like your walk.
Amen.
Supposed to like your walk. In fact, you're supposed to love your walk. I love my walk in God. See, I ain't never been bored. Now, y'all that get bored because you live a double life. But when you live a single life in Christ, you ain't bored. When I say single life, I'm talking about all the way Jesus. You got to live all the way for Jesus. Boy, you and Sister Philip are a boring couple. No, we not. We in Jesus. We get stuff done for Jesus. When you in trouble, we get some stuff done. Because one can chase 1,000 and two can chase 10,000. We the power team. Hey, somebody shout hallelujah. Lexus and Lakita, power team. Israel and Truman, the power team. Amen. Britain and Britain, what? Power team. And if you ain't married, you got children, you can get your children together to become the what? Power team. All you got to do is stand in the place of righteousness. Stand on that word. Say, come on, baby, agree with me.
Amen.
Amen. My grandfather wasn't saved like he was supposed to be, so my grandmother called me to stand with her. Because well, I'm standing for it. I ain't standing for it. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't standing for that. I don't even agree. See, she knew she couldn't call him to agree. So she had to call me to stand with her. Little old boy, come on, stand with me, baby. Come on, touch and agree with grandma. With your grandma. And he still be talking about, I'm talking about agree. I don't agree with all that. She said, come on, Shem, let's pray. I pray this morning. You pray all day. I ain't got no problems. Don't be praying all day long. And that's how some of us think carnally like that.
Yeah.
Our grandma, you don't need to pray all day long. You prayed this morning.
Yeah.
And he told me one day, why you praying for all these folks? These people want to pray for themselves. See, on your knees all the time, and they eat ice cream and you on your knees. He said, boy, don't you let Laura teach you how to do that. She wastes her whole day praying for folk and they go on about their way. He didn't understand the reason why they can go on about their way because Laura was on her knees praying for them. Don't you let Laura mess you up.
All right.
And you down there on your knees all the time, boy, praying and seeking God. You ain't got to look for God. He ain't that hard to find.
Glory to God.
That was his understanding.
Yeah.
But I thank God I didn't walk in his understanding. I heard what the word of the Lord said, and I was subject. I mean, even when you're a child, you know the difference between right and wrong. When you're growing up in the Lord, you know the difference between right and wrong. Good and evil. You know, if you got to hide it, you know it's wrong. You put that cookie in your pepper, you know it's wrong. Amen. If you put that glass of juice behind that cup you drank behind the sofa, you know you weren't supposed to be drinking. How many of y'all know?
Amen.
This is when your child in a whooping. That's when you're whooping, when you're hiding. Because that when you ain't hiding, if you thought you were right for eating that cookie, you eat it right in front of the person.
Amen. You talking. They know.
You know.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. Bible said they know.
Amen. So victory start on the what? Inside. Ain't everybody today wants some inside victory?
Amen.
Anybody want victory on the inside?
Amen.
Come on, clap your hands if you want some victory.